Hello, my name is Thomas Campbell. I'm the owner of Pitmaster Essentials. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I thought I would fire up my 14.5-inch Weber Smokey Mountain. I love smoking on that little guy because we're going to put a twist on traditional meatloaf and we're going to turn it into a barbecue meatloaf. It's cold outside where I'm at right now. We got about 2 or 3 inches of snow on the ground, so I'm looking for some comfort food to cook tonight. So stick around. I'll bring you back here in just a minute and I'll show you how to do up a barbecue meatloaf. Okay, and welcome back. So these are the ingredients I'm using for my barbecue meatloaf. This is actually going to make 2 meatloafs, by the way, which is awesome. So I have 3 pounds of ground beef, 1 pound of just breakfast sausage, pork sausage. I'm going to be using my favorite rub, which is Butcher BBQ Honey Rub. This is great for all kinds of different things, but it's going to be phenomenal for my meatloaf. I have 1/3 cup of milk. I have 3/4 cup of barbecue sauce. I'm a little old school. I remember my mom and my grandma, they would use bread. So I have 4 slices of bread cubed up here. Feel free to use crackers or breadcrumbs, whatever you would like. So while we're prepping this, I'm going to take my breadcrumbs and I'm going to put it in my milk and allow that bread to start absorbing the milk. Okay, next you want to grab a large mixing bowl. Take the ground beef. Okay, so all of my meat ingredients are in the bowl, so I'm just going to mix these up. Okay, so I got it mixed up a little bit. So now I'm going to take my honey rub. And just put a generous amount in there. Not a ton, but a little bit, like that. All right, next I'm going to take my breadcrumbs, or my bread cubes I should say, and I'm going to dump those in there. Try and get all the milk out of there. Next, barbecue sauce. All right, so now all of my ingredients are together, so all we're going to do is mix it. Okay, now that we have all the ingredients mixed together, what we're going to do is set this aside and grab a loaf pan. And I already have this pulled out here, but you want to take some plastic wrap and you want to line your loaf pan. This will make it a whole lot easier to get out of the freezer. Just going to push it down a little bit. Take another one, put it the opposite way here, and now you want to take about half of your mix over here for your meatloaf, just stick it down in here. And what this is going to do, it's actually going to make 2 meatloafs, which will be awesome, so you can save one for later, or you can smoke up both of them at the same time. I have a family of 5, so 1 meatloaf is good enough for us. Okay, so the loaf pan is about half full. So now I'm going to take my plastic wrap and just cover it up. Okay, so now we have the loaf pan about half full. So what I'm going to do now is take this and put it in the freezer. So the reason we put it in the freezer, you want to leave it in there for at least 2 hours. If you can leave it in there longer, like 3 or 4 hours, that'll allow it to, set up a little bit. So that way when we put it on the smoker, it'll hold its shape and not actually start to fall apart. So I'm going to stick this in the freezer, work on the other one, and I'll bring you back whenever it's time to fire up the smoker. Okay folks, and welcome to the pit. So this is my setup for my 14.5-inch Weber Smokey Mountain. I have B&B competition briquettes over here. I also have 3 chunks of hickory wood that I'm going to be using for this cook, and it's set up in the menu method. I went ahead and lit my charcoal chimney. I have 7 briquettes over there. So since I'm using a much smaller smoker, I'm using about half the briquettes I would normally use for my 18 and 22 inch Weber Smokey Mountain. So we're going to give this about 15 minutes, and then I'll bring you back whenever it's time to put the meatloaf on the smoker. Okay folks, so here we are back out at the pit. It's kind of hard to see because the 14 inch Weber Smokey Mountain is so short, but we're right around 245 degrees at the dome. So that's where I want to be. So I got my bottom vents dropped down to about a pencil length on each one. So we're going to let that go. I'm going to cook this right around 250, 260 degrees, and it should take about 4 hours. Okay, so my loaf has been in the freezer for the past 4 hours. Should slide it right out with no problems, like that. So the reason we put it in the cellophane wrap is so that way it can slide right out of the pan, and just like that, it comes off real easy. And for the most part, we have a nicely formed meatloaf. Okay, so I have some barbecue sauce here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some barbecue sauce on this one more time, and then I'm going to dust it with the Butcher BBQ Honey Rub, just for some added flavor. And you don't need a whole lot of barbecue sauce for this. Actually, I watered this down a little bit because it's kind of a thick barbecue sauce. Okay, so now we got barbecue sauce on our barbecue meatloaf. So we're going to hit it with the Butcher BBQ Honey Rub one more time. Just put a nice semi-heavy coat on it, not a ton, just like that. All right, so now we have our barbecue meatloaf ready to go. It's been frozen, it's been dusted, and now it's time to put it on the pit. Okay, so now we have the barbecue meatloaf on the smoker, and we're going to let the Weber Smokey Mountain do its thing, and the hickory wood, just infuse it with smoke. So I'll bring you back here in a couple hours and we'll see how it looks at that point. All right folks, and welcome back. It's been about 2 hours since we put the barbecue meatloaf on the smoker. 14 inch Weber Smokey Mountain's doing great. Dome temp's a little low, showing about 230, 235. However, my grate temp over there is showing 243. Which is great. So we're going to take a look at it, see how it's looking. Now that looks phenomenal. Oh my gosh, that is just amazing. All right, let's see what our temperature looks like. Internal temps are at looks like 138. Okay, so it looks like it's got it maybe about another, I don't know, about another 2 hours, and then we'll be ready to eat. So I'll bring you back at that point. All right, folks, and welcome back. So I was a little off on my estimate. Instead of 2 hours, it's actually been only about a half an hour. And our internal temperature is at 154, almost 155. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some barbecue sauce and I'm going to glaze the meatloaf and allow it to finish cooking for another 5 degrees, and we're going to pull it at 160. So let's take a look at it. All right. She's looking really good. So I'm just going to pour some barbecue sauce on here. Okay, so we have the glaze put on with the barbecue sauce, so now we're going to let it cook, and then I'll bring you back when it's time for the bite. All right, folks, and welcome back to the kitchen. So the barbecue meatloaf has rested for about 15 minutes. It looks amazing. It smells just fantastic with the honey rub that's on there paired with the barbecue sauce. All right, now let's get into it. So I'm going to go right in the middle. Okay, now let's get us a bite off of here. All right, so there is my bite. It's got some smoke on it. bit of bark on there, got some glaze, so let's see how we did. I might have to go for another bite on that. If you've never had barbecue meatloaf, you've got to try this. It is a game changer. My family loves it, so every time that I go to make meatloaf, they always want it to be on the barbecue. So with all that being said, there's my comfort food recipe for today. I thank you for watching the video this far, and remember, Pitmaster Essentials is where flavor meets smoke, and I'll see you in the next one.